Welcome. We haven't let everyone in yet. I just wanted to briefly let you know that I'll invite you to provide any comments or thoughts that you have at the end of the OPR's presentation on the bottle bank. Does that make sense to you? Work for you?
Sure. I was just thinking about what exactly we as the department want to say, other than, the program's been going well. We're excited to continue to see the program thrive and so forth. So I think, that's the goal. So
Okay.
looking forward to that. But yeah, I think there are a lot of really important solutions that are out there that will help evolve the next journey that we're on, the next steps of the journey that we're on here.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and admit everyone, if the panelists who are not immediately presenting can just turn their camera off, and we will invite you back on when it's your time. And we're going to go ahead and admit everyone into the room. And the presentation order will be Scrapp first, then WasteZero, then our Planet Recycling. All right. Good luck, everyone. It's going to go great. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Diversion Strategies Recycling Solution webinar series. We have an emergent, I'm not going to say emergency, but an emergent webinar we're holding today because of CalRecycle's $40 million innovation grants and the very tight timeline to turn around projects. So looking forward to sharing with everyone some solutions and ideas for participation in that grant application. We're just going to give everyone just a couple more minutes to sign on and get in the Zoom room, and then we will go ahead and get started. Sure. Okay, well, it's a couple of minutes after the hour now, and we have a lot to share today. So we'll go ahead and get things started. Welcome, everyone, to Diversion Strategies Recycling Solutions webinar, where we bring solutions to the different programs and policies that solid waste managers and recycling coordinators across the state of California are responsible for implementing. Today, we're here to talk about the new CalRecycle Innovation Grants for the Beverage Container Recycling Program. And we're here to showcase several different solutions that local governments might consider when applying for this grant. Many of them are already occurring across the state with a lot of success. And our intent today is to showcase those solutions, give everyone on the call an idea of what's possible, and also make some connections if that's what's needed. Of course, everybody, we're going to talk about the timelines and more details about the grant, but everybody knows it's due on April 16th. So pretty tight time turnaround, but when you have turnkey solutions and willing partners, anything is possible. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Erin, to give you an overview of the grant, eligible applicants and eligible projects. And then we'll go ahead and introduce the different solution providers that we have on the call today. Erin?
Great, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. As you all know, CalRecycle has released their first cycle of a $40 million grant solicitation for innovative beverage container redemption options. This $40 million grant cycle is intended to provide funds for startup costs for recycling programs and also encourage innovation as well as increase redemption opportunities. As we all know, solicitation is active. The next step or next milestone, I guess, in the solicitation process is the Q&A with questions due to CalRecycle by March 5th. They'll be posting the Q&A on their website. Usually they start answering as questions come in. As of today, they didn't have any on, but certainly I expect after March 5th, we'll be seeing that Q&A on their website. So getting really brief, as Rachel mentioned, eligible applicants for this grant cycle is a mix of different entities. The first being dealers. These are retail establishments that are in unserved convenience zones that offer the sale of beverages. Currently, that they've had options to either redeem in store or pay a fee to CalRecycle. So dealers are one option. The other eligible applicants is new recycling centers. And these are recycling centers as certified by CalRecycle, as well as existing recycling centers that would be expanding outreach and or satellite opportunities, like recycling redemption opportunities. And then the third eligible applicant is community service programs. And these are programs that are operated by nonprofits or charitable organizations, cities, counties, or other public agencies. And there's some further detail, but really kind of outside of the retail dealers or the recycle centers, this is kind of a catch-all for certain types of providers here. Now, within each three of these categories, there's allowable entities. Rachel, if you can go back one more. Eligible entities within each of these categories can, again, include nonprofit organizations, local governments, public colleges, universities, and tribal entities. Yeah, right. Next slide. So the programs that are eligible for the grant funding really are limited to recycle centers, satellite recycling, where we really see mobile recycling options, reverse vending machines, and bag drop programs. And then the nuts and bolts, the funding allocation. So as mentioned, a total of $40 million is available. This includes allocation for community service programs or a special carve out for community service programs, as well as a carve out for small reverse vending machine projects. For dealers, the existing and new certified recycling centers, we'll see awards that range between $500,000 to $3 million. And then for small reverse vending machine projects, a minimum award of $30,000 all the way up to $100,000. And then there's a separate carve out for community service programs with a minimum of $30,000 all the way up to maximum awards of $300,000. One thing to note is that no more than 50% of the $40 million available is going to be used for any one type of program. So that could be mobile satellite recycling, reverse vending machines, and or bag drops. So so we expect to see a nice variety of different redemption innovative options being awarded through this initial $40 million cycle. To get moving forward on the different innovation options, we're really excited to have some really cool companies here with us. We have Scrap Recycling, we have WasteZero, and then Our Planet Recycling. So we will get started first with Mikey Prosciutto from Scrap Recycling, and I'll turn it over to Mikey.
Awesome. Just gonna throw my screen up now. So thank you for coming today, everybody. Just to clarify a little bit about us while I get this up and running. This is about We are a technology company, so we don't actually process waste in any capacity. We're just here to support some of the other members as well as serve as think of us as the operator for recycling. So we actually tell people where different items can go based on their location. So all of this is done via a few of our tools. So this is our mobile app technologies, and I'll get into them later in the presentation. We're looking to just come in and help support, these programs and provide software. It doesn't matter if you're a municipality or a private transfer station or, a bag drop style program. We're here to support and help. So a little bit about us. My name is Mikey. I'm one of the co-founders here at Scrapp. We have a team of 5, and then we have 5 advisors ranging from paper recycling to university partners, technology, and the like. And we have over 100 years experience across our team. So how does it work? So we wanted to take an ecosystem approach to recycling because we found there's a disconnect between what brands say, what municipalities say, what recyclers say, and then what individuals perceive. So we wanted to create, better data, a positive network effect, and overall create a greater impact. So our software works whether you're an individual business, brand, or even a municipality. We work with municipalities in the UK, and you can use our mobile app to scan the GPC or GTIN code on the back of an item, and it will tell you how to recycle that said item based on your location. Through that same software application, we work for brands, municipalities, and facilities to help track their waste down to the microscopic level. So I'm a little out of my element because this is not my office. I'm actually at a packaging museum doing a full inventory and waste analysis on a year's worth of plastic waste at the current moment, down to like 0.01 grams. So we can leverage that granular data to help, fuel the circular economy. So like I mentioned with the app, we actually break things down very granularly, whether it's, an aluminum peel-off lid, PET plastic lid, or a polypropylene pot. And it actually breaks down based on your location, how you can recycle it. And when we did a 1,000-person user study, we reduced contamination by up to 93%. Here's some other screens involved with the app. And we do things for bulky item collection as well. So if you have furniture, propane tanks, a fish tank, things like that, that's available in our search feature as well. So non-barcoded items are covered in the app. Where we've seen a lot of traction is we work a lot with businesses to meet their zero waste goals. So the nice thing about this is that there's no friction between brands and retailers or municipalities because you're using the same data framework and the same tools, so you can communicate via the same language and the same structure. We allow for waste impact tracking, a gamified incentive program. So you can add a 5-cent deposit. We do help facilitate financial transfers as well, but that's not required. So we also provide these data insights. So you can leverage, unique environmental metrics. You can test different packaging configurations and how they perform. So we already have the state of California's recycling guidance loaded into our backend system, as well as the rest of the United States. So you can actually advise brands via our tool, as well as advise consumers which packaging choices might be better to buy, just by running a simple query and seeing what's accepted where, why, how, and in what manner, whether it be curbside, transfer station, or drop off. So for supporting the CRV, an 80% return rate, it's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. We take an education first approach, and we know that, everyday people, they have a lot of things going on right now. It's a very different world today. So we need the education to be clear, concise, and all in one fell swoop. And that's where we think we can aid in this process. When information is scattered across multiple points, it can often lead to, conflicting, say one site doesn't update their information for 3 years, and then, the label on the package says one thing, and it causes a lot of conflicting confusion. We get a lot of help requests where it says your app is telling me to do this, but there's a symbol on the package that describes the opposite. So having that consistent, clear communication, we feel, is going to be very key for this program. So right now, we're able to, anybody can register drop-off points or register their recycling scheme into the app completely free. We feel that education is a human right, but if you want data analytics or a service on top of that, that's where the cost comes in. We can also track consumer engagement. And the goal isn't that people need to scan things all the time. The goal in the way we've designed our app is that they only need to scan the item once to learn what to do with the item. And they can turn around and they can know, oh, our plant is down the street, or other vendors might be down the street where I can return this item all the time. So we take that education first approach. So there's no need to have people scanning all the time. And also our technology integrates with reverse vending machines because we use the GTIN system provided by GS1. So it's all powered by that same retail system. So it's even frictionless for brands to upload to the platform because we're not asking them to reinvent the wheel, print new designs, or anything of the like. It's meant to be a seamless transition to digitizing aspects of waste management programs. Here's kind of just some mock-ups of what it looks like in action. You're also welcome to download it now. It is available on Apple and Android stores. And you can see, there's the mobile version, and then also that same data that's coming from the mobile version is feeding to the web portal. I think now is a good time for an important disclaimer. We do not sell personal data. We don't require accounts to sign up with the app or participate with the software. The only piece that requires an account is for like the web portal login. So we're not in the business of selling personal information or anything of the like. It's more or less simply for a bottle was recycled in this community. We don't take it to a super granular level out of respect for people's privacy. And then, a few features we have in the pipeline that would probably be very, important to this program. We have drop-off locations. So if somebody scans an item that can't be recycled from home, it automatically defaults to tell them, oh, there might be a drop-off point nearby. Let's direct you to the nearest one. And they can just click a button and it'll actually open their native Maps app and tell them where they can go to recycle the item. So it's no longer, oh, check the town's website, or, check our provider. Like if, for example, propane tanks would be AmeriGas. You no longer have to go through multiple sources. We concatenate and compile all that information, so it all goes in one spot to one unique spot. So we also are working on digital wallets for bottle deposits. The reason we've delayed this is because we didn't want to collect people's banking information without, government support / doing it in a way where we felt would streamline the process. Because we did a lot of studies on consumer behavior around recycling, and we found that monetization can be a little bit tricky when it comes to that motivation. So we wanted to make sure there was a good time to roll out that feature. It's something that's already done. It's just a real flick of the switch. So if you don't see that yet, don't panic. And then also we have a store that is also on the back end, so we can list local offers. So if people are participating in the program and want to redeem rewards, you can list local shops and things like that and really make it a fun, local, community-driven experience. Here's just another concept of what the digital deposit would look like in the app, where you in one session, you deposit 20 or 30 items. You can scan the QR code on certain reverse vending machines where our software can integrate. We don't make the machines, so we're non-competitive in that regard. We just integrate with the existing machines. Here's just some more mock-ups just around what it will look like, different app screens, and overall what that experience will look like for consumers and municipalities alike. Here's another just point on the data insights from municipalities. Everything that the app scans in your local jurisdiction, we use GIS, will be reported to your web portal. So you'll actually be able to see how people are engaging, where they might be heading with the different packaging item, and also what that means when you have to report out. It's a very simple report that'll be generated from the web portal, so you can have that when it comes time for reporting. And I think that should be about it for today. So thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I'll just yield the rest of my time to everybody else, and I'll be here for questions if I'm needed. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mikey. Incredible work you're doing at Scrapp. And I know you get your hands dirty. Mikey's at a waste audit right now. So I know
Yes.
most people on the call can relate to being knee deep in garbage. So
It's never a dull moment, but thank you, everybody.
All right. Next up, we have Kristen Brown from WasteZero.
Good afternoon, or rather good morning, everyone. Pull this up quickly. So hi, my name is Kristen Brown. I'm from WasteZero. I've been, just a little background, I've been in the waste and recycling industry for over 30 years, both in the United States and Europe. I'm currently work for WasteZero, been with WasteZero for about 10 years. WasteZero is a unique company in that we are a consultant. We design, we implement, and we manage waste reduction programs. But we're unique because we are also a trash bag manufacturer. So unlike a Glad and Hefty that makes trash bags for consumers to purchase at supermarkets for garbage specifically, we work with partners like municipalities, other partners to design trash bags that facilitate their programs and drive waste reduction further. So you'll learn a little bit more about that as I go through some of these slides. So just a little bit more about us. We're a B Corporation. If you're not familiar with a B Corporation, it means that we put our environmental mission ahead of our profit. We have about 500 partners, municipalities, primarily states, regions, authorities, nonprofits, lots of retailers, and processors. We've been around for about 30 years, providing turnkey solutions. So we don't just work with individual partners. I think what's unique about us is we pull together groups of partners to create sustainable solutions. We've had a lot of positive impact, both financially, environmentally, and we've worked within about 7 million homes. So just some quick snapshots of what we do so you can understand how we pull these partners together and create these turnkey solutions. Really our primary program, I'd say, is we work on municipal pay-as-you-throw programs. We have hundreds of municipalities that we work with. We do everything from the program design, helping the municipality to pass an ordinance, working with all of the local retailers to make sure there are pay-as-you-throw trash bags available for residents when the program begins and ongoing throughout the program. We're really proud of these programs. We have an average of about 44% waste reduction. The waste reduction occurs immediately, and it is really sustainable over time. So I feel like we have some of the best programs in the country or even in the world. We also implement and support programs for corporate and nonprofit partners. Just as a quick example, we worked with a for-profit curbside textile recycler. We provided sort of overall program management. We recruited 64 municipalities to join the program. We helped them with warehouse locations, technology to facilitate their program. And it's kind of a fun program. Just really quickly, the way that it worked is residents got a mailer with a pink bag. All residents could put their textiles out at the curbside on their recycling day. There was technology placed in all of the recycling trucks so that when they saw a pink bag on the curb, they pushed a button. The technology routed a separate truck around later in the afternoon to pick up all of those pink bags. I think what's unique about this program is the pink bags would be on the curb for this short period of time, and it would remind people, oh, I can recycle my textiles too. We also work with state governments. We're currently working with the state of Connecticut on their SMM grant program, similar to the grant program you have going right now. We worked with all of the municipalities to apply. The 15 municipalities that were chosen for the grant, we work with them on all aspects of the program, the implementation, the outreach, the logistics, pulling the partners together. So all aspects of programs. In California, with this program in particular, I feel like there's probably two ways that we could be helpful, and we would love to participate in any with any municipality that's thinking about applying. And that would be in the bottle drop collection program and also in a co-collection program. So with bottle drop, one of our largest partners is Clink. They're located in Maine and New York. We work with them. We've got hundreds of municipal locations, hundreds of supermarket partners, residents. I don't know if you're not familiar with Clink. It is a platform, it's a technology platform where residents of areas where Clink is available can register for Clink either online through a mobile app or at a grocery store location. They purchase a special Clink bag. The Clink bags have a embedded barcode that is unique to each bag. Those codes are associated with the user account. So You simply fill the bag up with all of the bottles and cans that are redeemable, and you drop it off at a location. And in these photos, we've got locations in supermarket partners. There are also locations can be available at transfer stations or other municipal locations. Clink can both handles the technology platform, but they also do the processing in Maine and New York. And then the payment back to the consumer comes through the mobile application or through a supermarket kiosk. Clink started in 2006. They've expanded quite a bit in New York and Maine, but they've also expanded in other areas. They've licensed their technology to the Oregon Beverage Association in Oregon, so the technology is being used pretty widely across Oregon. They also have done pilots in Canada, California, with Niagara at their headquarters in Southern California, Iowa, and Connecticut. And then we also work with Our Planet, and Our Planet's going to speak next. So I'm not going to tell you about their program. Just quickly with Clink, similar to Connecticut, or similar to California, Connecticut had a grant out for a turnkey pilots for bottle redemption. So Clink was a grant recipient. So the turnkey pilot, the basics are here. We use the Clink technology platform. Residents will download their app or register online. There are 5 municipal locations that are participating. There are retailers that are participating within these municipal locations. And this is a look at their state-of-the-art sustainability station, which is the drop boxes that will be located in the parking lots, as well as some transfer stations. The drop boxes are totally solar powered. They're made with recycled materials. And something that's a little unique here is they also are able to take other materials, textiles, film, if desired. So the other way that I mentioned bottle collection could take place is similar to something that they do in Europe and something that we've been piloting here in the United States, and that's called co-collection. So if you're not familiar with co-collection, this kind of shows it. This is a little overkill. One of the communities in Sweden has multiple different bag colors. There's one collection vehicle, so it's limited vehicle miles on the road, limited emissions, large containers at every household. Residents are instructed to put different items in different color bags. So food scraps go in one color. They have paper, some of them collect textiles, different materials, plastics in each color bag. The materials are collected in the same truck, they're compacted. And then when they arrive at the transfer station sort facility, they're pushed up onto a conveyor belt, and then they're optically sorted by color and debagged so that each appropriate item can end up at its specific processing facility. So it's source separation at home, and it's limiting some of the logistic costs and the emissions related to collection on the road. We're working on pilots in Connecticut currently, which do co-collection with organic material, but I think that there could be an application for co-collection with bottle deposit as well. We've done a little bit of piloting on that, and it looks quite promising. But just as a quick overview, what we're doing in Connecticut with 7 of the municipalities is we sort of, it's a turnkey solution. We help to write the pilot, and we're going through the process with all of the partners. So we've done the outreach and education with partners. We've partnered with retailers so that residents can purchase their bags at local retailers. We partner with a hauler so that the material is going into your bin. It goes into the collection vehicle. It's compacted in the collection vehicle. It goes back to a processor partner. It's lifted up onto a conveyor belt, and then all of the food scrap bags are pulled off and sent down a chute. All of the regular trash is collected at the back and goes on for disposal. The food scrap goes to anaerobic digestion. And in this particular case, we're also working with a technology partner to evaluate the material as it's collected at the household level through a camera system in the trucks. I think this is potentially an interesting way to move forward in certain circumstances with bottle deposit. It could be done in a similar way to the bottle drop, but instead of dropping it at a location, you would just drop it in your bin with your other recyclables. I see it's similar to the Clink program where you would download the Clink app or go online, register your account, purchase your Clink bags at a local retailer. put your finished bottle bag inside of your recycling cart. The recycling is collected similar to this, compacted, and then the material, when it gets to the MRF, before it goes over the process, the bottle deposit bags could be pulled, moved to a processing location where they're then scanned so that we know that Aaron or Rachel turned in their bag, and then processed, and then the funds from that bag, the $5 or whatever the amount of money is that you've earned, goes back to Aaron and Rachel for putting in their bag. So I think this could be applicable in certain situations, maybe multifamily, certain communities. So I would love to continue the conversation with any municipality that might be interested. And Rachel and Aaron have my contact information. Happy to answer questions, but I'll move to the next speaker.
Thank you, Kristen, for sharing so much of your expertise and ideas and innovation around, beverage container redemption and co-collection and pay as you throw. I truly have not met somebody who knows more about these programs and their efficacy than Kristen. So really encourage anyone to reach out to her in the chat or reach out to us and we can connect you with her. She's a wonderful resource in this industry. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, moving right along. Next, we have Our Planet Recycling joining us. Who will be presenting for Our Planet?
Hi, Rachel, and hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm going to share my screen, and Ursh is going to be the speaker. So we are doing it together.
Okay, excellent. Well, I just made you co-host, CD, so you can go ahead and share your screen. And
thank you.
Yeah, Ursh, if you wouldn't mind turning your camera on.
Yes.
And
Good
great.
morning, everybody. Thank you for joining this web seminar. My name is Ursh Chasar. I represent Our Planet Recycling and the Bottle Bank program as well. We are here to find a popular public a solution for a popular public issue, which is redemption of the CRV bottles and cans. As we know that this program is created in 1986, and nowadays it was very successful, but nowadays the issue is that consumer find really difficult to redeem bottles and cans because the traditional recycling centers, just like Our Planet Recycling, very few in California. So it makes it very difficult to redeem your bottles and cans and get back the 5 and 10 cents. CalRecycle recognized this issue and 2 years ago put out an option, grants programs that some lucky companies could provide some solution or some brainstorming what could be the solution for this old program overhauling and how we can bring it out for the 21st century convenient, bring it back the convenience for the consumers. Our Planet Recycling, what we did, how I said, we are 12 years in business and we get the opportunity to get some brainstorming. What we did, we realized that the nation, one of the most popular program and successful program is Oregon. Oregon, they're running these backdrop systems. So we team up with the Oregon guys and we started first our mission was that to testing a concept that California will be receptible for these new backdrop systems, which would switch or along with the old type of old recycling centers where people collect bottles and cans, go to the dirty, loud recycling centers, which is very few of those, and redeem their cans. Instead of with these backdrop systems, you get your special bags and go to your convenience location, which should be a grocery store next to your neighborhood, and without any line, any inconvenience, you drop off your bags to our guys, which is an app-based program. We scan your bags, and you're gonna get paid in 72 hours at your account. And within these 2 years, when we tested this program, we learned a lot of information. First of all, California, it's very, very ready for this new way to recycle, and we believe this is the future, and we committed to bring this thing in California. Due this 2 years experience, I like to emphasize that CalRecycle is and other recyclers also mentioning backdrop system, but we are the only one actually who actually done the study. Not just done the study, we're doing this for 2 years, and we have actual experience and actual data. How is this program doing, and how is this program could be fit in California? Through this 2 years inter time, for one location, we went to 21 location in San Francisco. I like to mention that the city of San Francisco was a very, very great partner for this program. They are very excited to make these things popular, and they give us a tremendous help. And because of that, how you said, from 1 to 21 location, the last year 1.5 million container turned for 3.5 million container. So it very clearly shows the program, it's very successful, and resident really receptive and want this way to recycle. So what we did, we with this 2 years experience, we add up everything together, and we created a system which we called that Bottle Bank 2.0. The first 2 years was the experience how we can do these things, and we came out a system which is completely tailored to California, the California laws, the California retailers and customers, how we can make it good and even more convenience this program, along with sustainability and meet with California standards as well, because the rules in California is very different than other states, and the compliance, it's very, very important as well. So with this program, what we're creating, actually we team up with WasteZero, because they are very, very on the top of these bags and innovation, and we're creating a smart bags, which is this program not just running with a 21st century app-based system, that when you can redeem it, you're getting paid to your app and you can put it into your account to Venmo and other way, but also using an RFID technology smart bags, what I believe in the United States they never used for that kind of purpose as well. And how this program works, how it's worked in the last 2 years, we are presenting we were present at very popular locations like Safeway, Andreco, CVS locations, certain times, certain days, and people was able to see at the app when we there, what time, and they just come, dropped off the bags, and went to their shopping on their favorite store. And 3 days they got redeemed. They got returned with their 5 or 10 cents. So we created this 2.0 version, which we designed a very interesting new container style, which can be at the parking lots, at the stores. And this new innovative smart bin, within any buttons or touch, it recognizes the customers. When you go close to this container, it automatically opens up, takes your bag, and within 72 hours you get paid. And this container, how I said, it is very clean, very convenient, and this represents the 21st century. With this bottle bank 2.0 version, the other very important pieces that, how I said, we got a lot of help for San Francisco, and I call it in our town. This is when we did this program, but how we designed it and our vision is that now with this 2 years experience, we designed the program to a scalable version, which is built on the very few recycling centers or infrastructure what currently have, and very easily to implement it and scalable for the local jurisdiction to create more convenient for customers and more locations to make it available for everybody in the state of California, and make the jurisdictions very good to taking care of their their residents, make CalRecycle is in a good that they bring it back this.
I think we might lost Ursh because of connectivity issues. Apologies for that. So let me keep on.
Yeah, please reach out
Yeah.
to us, and city can give you more depth in the numbers or sustainability or other information and data. More than happy to share. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you very much, Rachel, to arrange this great webinar. And I give you the words back to you. Thank you, and thank you, Sidi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ursh. Sidi, is there anything else that you wanted to add to the presentation?
I thought we lost Ursh, so that's why I just stepped in, but we lost you, Ursh, for a few seconds. But I think he said everything we wanted to, and really we are open to conversations to share our experience and our plans with anyone interested.
Wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thank
Ursh
you.
and Sidi, for all of your innovation and work that has gone behind thinking about the easiest redemption opportunities for customers and consumers in California. We do have on Alina Beckerman from the city of San Francisco, who has been quite involved with the bottle bank program. And I'd like to just invite her on to share any thoughts about the bottle bank program and maybe answer any questions from her fellow local government implementers of recycling programs. So Alina, thank you for joining us today. And if you have a few minutes to share some of your thoughts, and then we can move to question and answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you to OPR and to WasteZero for the innovation that they have been pioneering over the course of the last couple of years and beyond that to get things going. It's been a pleasure thinking about ways to serve our residents here in San Francisco, and based on the data that we've been collecting, residents are excited. They are participating, and they are looking forward to the expansion of the program in more areas, in more neighborhoods, and to have an opportunity to recycle at more hours of the day. I think that's been the general note with the close of a lot of the recycling centers, like Ursa has mentioned. So the partnership that we are continuing to support is one that will have innovation at its core, given what Ursa has just shared. And we are grateful to CalRecycle for the ongoing support with the funding that they're offering to municipalities, and hope to leverage that for future opportunities. With the RIG grant, the pot of money designated for community projects and local government is small. And we're very excited that the larger pot is actually for recycling centers, and hope that really boosts the funding that can go into the development of things like the InnovaBin and other programs. that OPR is looking to curate. And yeah, it's been a great partnership thus far, and I'm looking forward to the future ahead.
Thank you so much, Alina, for your words and all of your work to implementing these programs and the passion. I know it's you wear many hats, so appreciate all your work in moving this industry to the circular economy. It's no easy task. Thank you very much. Okay, with that, we're going to open our question and answer session. But while you all are thinking about questions that you have for our panelists, we do have a few polls. We just to get an idea of where folks are in terms of what their needs are for this grant, if you're even going to be applying. So the first one is up if folks want to answer that. Great, seeing a lot flying in of not sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, I mean, we knew it was coming, but it came quickly and the deadline is quick. So definitely understand the still going back and forth. Okay, great. Well, it looks like many of you are still deciding, almost 90% are still deciding whether or not they will be applying for the grant. There's one of you that is definitely not and one that definitely is. So definitely feel free to reach out to us or any of the panelists if you're interested in just learning more about what their solutions and offerings are and if you might be compatible for partnership. As Alina was saying, you know, certainly, here, I'll just share the results here. Certainly partnerships are so key. It's so important that we have the recycling centers, the dealers, the local governments, the consumers all working together to make these programs successful. So at the very least, we really hope to support partnerships being created between all of those stakeholders and entities. I'll go ahead and do the next. Okay, there we go. We're going to launch the next one. Are you currently seeking partnerships for the grants? Imagine that this will be the same, still figuring it out. Couple of folks seeking partnerships and ideas for the grant. Some of you already have partners. That's wonderful. Great. I'll let that go for another 30 seconds or so. And then we just have one more, but any questions out there? Our panelists are here. They have implemented these programs, are working on innovative ideas. We were so excited because, as you know, these recycling solutions webinars, we're always talking about innovation, and these grant funds called the innovation grants. We were like, oh, this is so great. We know several opportunities and solution providers that are looking for partners and looking to offer their solutions in California. Okay, so I'll share those results, couples seeking partners and still figuring it out. So again, in the midst of figuring out, if you want to have conversations, please feel free to reach out. Any questions out there while I take a pause on the polls? Here's a question in the chat from that, what is the cost of the bottle bank? Are you specifically speaking about the Innova bin, the actual bin that receives the bottles deposits, or the whole program, the current program? If you could clarify. The whole program. Okay, great. If somebody from OPR wants to answer that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the question is regarding to what budget we are working out of, or so how much it's the cost to operate the program, because this really depends on the number of factors. We are working with another partner, the San Francisco Conservation Corps in the city of San Francisco. That's a huge contribution of the program. So this really depends, I believe, on the specific area, how the program would be or could be implemented, what would be the distance of the locations from the processing facility. So this is really something that can be and will be in each case custom specified.
And this is why we like to be helpful, because our expertise, we try to provide actually help or service as well to figure these things out and customize at the local area how it would look like based on what we went through this journey, and we figured out how it's scalable and how it works in San Francisco. Thank you.
Thanks, Sersh and Sidi. Okay, we have one more poll here. This really has to do with WasteZero's program and the infrastructure needs for that. So you heard one of the options for collection of redemption containers is co-collection. So with that in mind, the transfer station or a material recovery facility that is not at capacity, because the idea would be that any sorting from a co-collection program would be done at a transfer station or MRF. Okay, thank you. Yeah, some results coming in here. Many are not owners of transfer station or MRF. There aren't too many publicly owned transfer stations and MRFs left. There's a good number, but it's just something to think about when implementing the programs, is the infrastructure available to accommodate these types of programs. Okay. Just give it another few seconds. Any other questions out there? Feel free to type it in the chat, unmute yourself. We have 8 more minutes left, so want to leave it open to anyone who has any questions, thoughts, ideas. Okay. Well, with that, we'll be staying on if anyone wants to stay on as well and have conversation. Other than that, that concludes our webinar. Next week, we're going to be having another webinar, the Recycle Right Coalition, which is a project out of Diversion Strategies. We've mentioned it before on these webinars. We're opening up a local government membership option, and this is there's a free option for local governments to join the coalition and have access to all of our webinars and our monthly meetings. And that will be a free membership. And then we also have an advocacy membership that we're rolling out. So as a local government, if you do have advocacy needs on some of these policy topics, we've got a lot going on right now at the state with truth in labeling, producer responsibility, SB 1383 implementation. If you're in need of advocacy, the Recycle Right Coalition is here for you. We're rolling out a advocacy membership for local governments, and we're going to be introducing that next week on our Recycling Solutions webinar. So same time, same place, 11 a.m. on Thursdays. We'll be coming to you with a presentation about the Recycle Right solution and how you can get involved the Recycle Right Coalition and how you can get involved. And you'll be getting an email about that in your inbox. So please join us next week. We look forward to seeing you there. And until then, please reach out to us. If you have ideas, if you want to set up a meeting with any of our panelists and learn more, we're here to bring these solutions to your fingertips and make it easy for you to connect with some of these solution providers. That's what we've been doing since 2019 on these webinars, and we intend to keep doing it. So thank you all for joining. Thank you for your interest, your dedication, the passion that it takes to be an implementer of these policies in California. It's no easy task. So thank you all for being here, and we look forward to seeing you soon.